Alright, here we go, guys. It's 5TC here, back with another video. And today I will be looking at the official images for the LEGO Ninjago 2025 Summer Set Wave. The Summer Set Wave. And, yeah, this is the first set we have, but I just wanted to point this out real quick. I don't have it up right now, but, actually, let's just go to it right now. So when you go to the Lego Ninjago, the first page, usually when there's new sets that are being released, they will be on the first page. But in this case, they aren't on the first page. This is actually one of the sets, the Fire Knight mech, which we won't be getting into yet. We will get to it in this video, but it's kind of weird because you scroll down, and these are sets that came out during January and March. Some came out last year. But yeah, it's really weird. So if you actually want to find it, now this might just be me, but you actually got to go to the third page. I don't know why Lego didn't format this, but yeah, let's just get into the video. First up, we have the Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race. Season 3 Part 2 leaked a couple weeks ago. I have not seen it, so I don't know the story significance between the Spectral Dragonian, this weapon, with the red weapon, which is called the Reveal Blade that Kai has. But for $10, I think this is a pretty good set because you get, well, let's just look at the images. You get Kai, you get him in a new suit, you get a Spectral Dragonian. This is a video, but we aren't going to play that here. This is kind of them fighting in battle, which looks pretty cool. These are the upper close of the minifigures. I actually really like the Kai outfit. I'm not really a fan of the Spectral Dragonian, but maybe when I get him in person, I will. I just don't really care for the Dragonians. They aren't really one of my favorite armies in the show, so that's all I can really say about them. But the Kai outfit looks sick, and it's only $10, so just get it off of Amazon. And this is some kid playing with it. Digital instructions. But yeah, this is what the back of the box looks like. It looks pretty cool. I like how they did like the transparent blue legs, the arms, the red hand. This is a very cool representation of what the set looks like. But there's much better sets coming out. There's much better sets to look out. And also, this set is coming out, and most of these sets come out August 1st, 2025, which I just feel is disappointing because the rest of the world gets the sets when they come out on June 1st, but they wait 2 months after. And it's also disappointing because I was looking to get some of these sets for my birthday, but my birthday is literally at the end of July, which obviously I wouldn't change my birthday. I'm just like, Lego literally released it like a week after my birthday, which is kind of disappointing, but that's just how it always is with the summer set list, the summer set release. But yeah, let's get on to the next set. We have the Aaron Spinjitzu Battle Mech, and I don't know, I'm just not really a big fan of this. Evil Aaron, Evil Merge Aaron, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you do get another Spectral Dragonian, but this time he has like the ghost legs in white. And then you get the actual mech. I don't really like the mech, to be honest. But yeah, you get Ryu, baby Ryu. Ryu hasn't been a baby for a while now. They just Lego overproduced the baby Ryu dragon. Like they've overproduced it. So now they're just throwing him in random sets. Like Ryu isn't even a baby anymore. They just keep throwing him in sets and thinking, oh, it'll be perfect. But yeah, whatever. I don't really care. This is not a set that I'll probably get. I mean, it does come with that cool Dragonian, but this evil Aaron, it's not even complete. Like, he doesn't even have the armor. Like, how they keep giving us half-baked minifigures. But, I mean, I don't really care for this set. It is $23. I know I said $20, but, that's because of the tariffs. And if you aren't in the U.S., well, even if you aren't in the U.S., you've probably heard of the recent tariffs made by the president. And this set, as well as the other set, they were both. Actually, no, I didn't get to the other set yet. But this set was supposed to be $20, but now there's a $3 increase, or $2.99 if you want to be technical. But you get my point. It's just very disappointing, but there's nothing we can really do about it. But I mean, I don't think this is a bad set. It's just not one I would get. I do like how we get a Spectre Dragonian. I don't like that they put Baby Ryu when he doesn't belong in the set, and the minifigure isn't even finished. But it's pretty cool to get. It's a pretty cool way if you want to get a cheap Evil Aaron minifigure. I will give you that. But this is what the back of the box looks like. If you remember when Lego, I think it was 2023 when they did those Benjitsu mechs, or maybe it was 2024 actually, for Dragons Rising. I think season 2 it was. I'm not really a fan of. I mean, I do like the Spinjitzu mechs, but I just think there's better, more Ninjago content to look at. But sorry, I just burped if you heard that. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the set. The minifigures aren't really worth it in my opinion. But let's just go on to the next. So next up, we have the Rogue versus Drix race car duel. This also comes out on August 1st. Most of these sets come out on August 1st. And this is a junior set, so we can look at some of the pictures. Yeah, this is one of the pictures of the box art from the front. You do get 3 minifigures. This is getting them in battle, but actually, do we get any close-up images? Okay, so you get Rogue with this exclusive mask piece. To be honest, it's not really worth it. It's not even canon to the show. I haven't seen season 3 part 2, but I have heard some people say that it's not even canon to the show. So there's really no reason to get this unless you want to get a cheap Rogue. But the cheapest way you can currently get Rogue is in the Dragonian Storm Temple that released back in January. And I do have that set. I love that set. But I mean, this isn't even canon to the show. There's really no reason to get it. This is the cheapest way to get Nia this set wave, though. Nia comes in one other set, and it's like $200, and we will get to that in this video. But she doesn't even have her mask piece. She doesn't have her armor. There's really no reason to get it. And then we have Drix, which is my favorite Forbidden 5 member. I probably just spoiled that for my upcoming video, but yeah, I love Drix. I don't know why they didn't give him his armor. It doesn't make any sense at all. Lego is just cheaping out and not giving characters their armor, but we'll see that. And we will see that. Lego cheaping out with the armor. And it's not just with this set wave. They've been doing it with Wildfire in the previous set waves, and it's just very disappointing, but, you know, there's nothing we can really do about it. But, overall, I think yeah, I can't recommend this. I mean, this is for juniors. This is like for 4-year-old kids, but like the minifigures aren't really worth it in my opinion. So I will not be getting this set, but I mean, you do get a reveal blade, which that's pretty cool. But you can also get Drix in a cheaper set, the $10 set that released back in January. And I do have that set, and I love that set, but this is just not worth it. You're better off just getting two copies of that set than getting this. Next up, we have the Rontu, the Master Dragon. This was originally $45, but now it's $50. I don't care how much you price this, I just don't like this set. It's supposed to look like Rontu from Dragons Rising, if you know what she looks like. I can't pull up an image because if I go to another tab, then or not go to another tab, and if I pause the recording, something will likely happen, but, yeah, I don't like this dragon. The minifigures don't even look like all that to me. It's not even accurate to the show. They had a chance to make a perfect Rontu dragon, but they just screwed it up. Wildfire doesn't even have her armor, but yeah, let's just... So yeah, this is another image of it. Some image of the characters. You get different angles of the characters, but let's just see what the minifigures... Oh, I guess this one doesn't have all the minifigures at once, but this is 3 of them. Sora finally gets a new suit. We also get Lloyd. I love that suit. And then we get Zark. Zark is the worst Forbidden 5 member. He's the worst villain. And come on, they keep putting Zark in all these sets. Like, I don't really see a reason why anyone would get this set, unless they're trying to get the new Ninja minifigures. Wildfire doesn't even have her armor. Now, I don't know what if Wildfire relationship with Rontu is in Season 3 Part 2, because I haven't seen it, and this is what the set wave is, like, representing, but I don't really see any reason to buy the set. Now, I will be ranking these. I will be ranking these in a future video. A lot of people do that, you know. They rank the set before they even get them, but I think even if I got it, I probably would just like the minifigures, to be honest. But the actual set, I don't really see any reason why I would get it. And yeah, this is, if you weren't tell, this is going to be a very critical video. But let's just go on to the next set. we have the Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider, and in concept, this sounds like a great idea now. It's $75. It was originally $70. I think it should have been $60, and I haven't been looking at this, but I probably should have. The piece count. 584 pieces for $75. That is a scam. I I okay, I really should have looked at the piece count before, but honestly, with the previous sets we've looked at, looking at the piece count wouldn't really change anything, but these 5 sets will definitely. Because think about it, for $75, you only get 584 pieces, and I do think that this is an amazing set. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like the set, but for how many pieces you get, I don't really think it's worth it. But let's just look at the minifigures, because when I do look at these sets, I want to look at everything, and it doesn't look like they have a close up of the minifigures. But oh wait, they do. They're just inactive. We have Rogue, which doesn't even have his armor. I don't know why I don't know what Lego's problem is with armor. Like, just give the character their armor. And I think a lot of excuses that people will make for Legos, well, it won't fit in the cockpit. Well, like, you don't need a picture of him with the armor on in the cockpit, like, 'cause they won't fit in the cockpit. They just won't, but you can still give them the armor. Then we have Evil Aaron. I do like the Evil Aaron minifigure, but you could get him in other sets that are better than this, like the Thunder Fang. I honestly think that's probably one of the best Legos, or best Lego Ninjago sets. But that's also because I'm a fan of Thunder Fang. But Evil Aaron, you can get him in cheaper sets, or better sets. Aren't really cheap. And then we get Rox, and I'm not a fan of Rox from the show. I don't really care for her. But then we do get a Spectre Dragonia, which looks pretty cool. And he also has the reveal blade. Not the reveal blade. Aaron has the reveal blade. I don't know what that weapon is. I haven't seen part 2. But I mean, for the build, I think it's a pretty good build. I just wish it wasn't $75. I could justify putting it to $60. Because $60 for 584 pieces, that's reasonable. That's actually very, very reasonable. And I do think that the build is amazing. It's just the minifigures aren't really worth it. I mean, if you want to get Rox, then cool, go ahead for it. She's exclusive to this set. And don't get me wrong, I would still like the minifigures, but the dragon looks cool, the mech looks cool, but let's just go on to the next one. So yeah, we're almost done with the Dragon's Rising Wave, because one of the sets, well, there's supposed to be 2, but the other set isn't even on here. But one of the sets is actually for one of the new shows called Ninjago Legends. And we'll have to get to that soon. But the Ninja Combat Vehicle, this is probably the most controversial set in the Ninjago community. I don't like it. Basically, no one likes it. It's overpriced. The minifigures are trash, but let me give my own opinion on it. So yeah, the Ninja Combat Vehicle, and it costs $100, so yeah, it is expensive, but a lot of Lego sets are expensive. But let's just look at the content it has. This is the front of it. You get this huge vehicle, then you get 5 characters. Yeah, or 6 characters, sorry, I looked at that wrong. We're not gonna look at that video. It kind of splits up, because if you've ever watched Ninjago, there's been in the past combat vehicles, which is basically this one huge vehicle that breaks apart into other smaller vehicles, like the Stealth Sonic Raider, the Super Sonic Raider. I don't have images of those, but I'd recommend going to look those up. But yeah, it looks like you get this jet for Fract and 2 bikes, one for Wildfire and one for Kai. And yeah, despite the color scheme just being red, it's actually for all 3 of them. It's for Kai, Wildfire, and Fract. Cole doesn't really get anything except for a reveal blade. And yeah, these are all 6 of the minifigures. You get a new Cole minifigure. You get Wildfire, the same Wildfire they've been using since Dragon's Rising Season 2, Part 2? Or is it Part 1? I think it was Part 2, because she's had this for the Tournament of Sources. And she doesn't even have her armor. I don't know what Lego's issue is with giving us the armor, but whatever. We get knocked, and there's cheaper ways to get knocked, like the Thunder Fang. So if you're getting the set for knocked, well, no one's getting the set for knocked, but I mean, it's cool you get knocked in the set, though. I do like knocked, but that's all I can say about knocked. I don't want to spoil my upcoming video. Next up, we have a Spectre Dragonia. Looks pretty cool. Then we have Frack. This is not show accurate. Now, I don't know if he wears a hoodie in the show, but Lego had the chance to do greatness. They had the chance to give us Frack without the hood, Frack how he looks throughout most of the show, but instead they just decided to be lazy and make this. Like, it doesn't even look like him. There's a lot of minifigures in Dragon's Rising that should be, or a lot of characters that should be minifigures, and they're just like completely messed up Frack, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. And then we do get Kai. We do get him in that $10 set, but it would make sense to include him in a big set like this. And yeah, this is a pretty bad set. Yeah, this is just another angle of the set. Kind of shows you how they attach and detach. I mean, I think it looks fine, but it's not. I don't think it's worth it for the price. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see anything else. So yeah, this is the back of it. And honestly, the back of it doesn't make the set look any more desirable. But before we go on to the next set, again, 561 pieces. So as we saw with that other set, the Mech Dragon Rider, I think that was 584. That one had even that set had even more pieces. But for some reason, this set costs $100. The other one costs $75. A $25 difference, and neither price is worth it for the pieces you are getting. Like, I don't care if it's $100 or $75. Like, one has more, one has less, but it's just overpriced. It's just a scam. Lego is just running a scam on people. But I mean, there's the description. I don't really need to read the description. You can read it if you want. We're just here to look at the sets. But yeah, there's 3 sets left before I end the video off. Next up, we have Lloyd's Jet Mech, and I do plan to get this set. I don't know how, because it's going to come out after my birthday, but I'd have to ask someone to get it for me after my birthday. But I think this is an amazing set. Again, I don't know the context of it to the show, but this is a transforming jet mech. They call it Lloyd's Jet Mech, but it is transforming. Because you see, it's a mech right here, but then it turns into a jet. And then we do get 5 minifigures. We get a Spectre Dragonian, Sora in her new suit. We get Kerr, which is the Forbidden 5 Master of Decaying. I probably should have explained what the Forbidden 5 members and their powers are, but Zark, the green guy, he has Misfortune, Nox has Brute Force, and Rox, she has Fear. And then we do get Lloyd, and that's a pretty cool suit. It's funny, we get Lloyd and Sora in this set, but we also get them in the Rontu Dragon set. And then we do get another Spectral Dragonian. I just accidentally refreshed the page. That was not supposed to happen. But yeah, I think the jet I honestly think the jet looks better than the mech. But you know how I said I would want this set? I would only really want it just for the minifigures. But I mean, I'm better off probably getting the other set. But to be honest, this is the only set that has Kerr in it. And honestly, I like Kerr more than I like Zark. Zark is just a scam, but honestly, I'm not really a huge fan of this wave. Most of the sets are mid. I think some of the cheaper sets are better, except for Rontu and that 4+ set. But yeah, this price is justified. 1,112 pieces for $110. Now, previously, the set costed $100, but, you know, tariff now it costs $10. But we have 2 sets left, and I don't want to let all my anger out on this single set. Although I don't think I'll have that much of a problem with the next upcoming sets. This is the Temple Bounty. I've never really been a fan of the Destiny Bounty sets. I mean, I do think they look pretty cool, but obviously I don't have the money for it because it's like hundreds of dollars. But even that aside, I've just never really cared that much for them. I do like the Destiny bounties in the show, but I don't really like this Destiny bounty. And I think it's because it doesn't have the dragon head at the front. I mean, it is at the front, but it's usually supposed to be like, well, you can't see where I'm pointing, but where the gold is. But I don't really like the ships in Ninjago. I just don't really care for them. But yeah, these are more images. Show you how it breaks apart. These are the characters. We get Zane, Cole, Zark, Rogue, Wildfire again, and Nia. Now, Zane is actually exclusive to this set because he doesn't come in any other set. The most expensive set in the wave, which is insane. We get another Cole minifigure. There we go, locking Cole behind the expensive sets. Zark, why did they put Zark in this set? Like, he already comes in like 1 or 2 other sets this wave. And he comes in the Arc Dragon of Focus set. Why did we need to put Zark in this set We could have put Drake, even though Drake is cheaper. Well, Drake comes in cheaper set. We could have put Noct. We could have put any other character. I think we're having a similar situation to Baby Ryu. What I think Lego is doing, that they've overproduced too many Zark minifigures. Now they're just trying to sell as many as possible, but they're just locking him behind the most expensive sets. But as you can tell, I'm not really a fan of this set, but I will admit it looks pretty cool. Now, I don't hate the Destiny bounties. I'm just not really a huge fan of them. Doesn't mean I hate it, though. But, I mean, interior looks pretty cool. Not something I would personally buy. But if you're into that, then you'll have some fun with it. Now, this has 2,387 pieces for $200. That is absolutely justified. But last but not least, this isn't for Dragons Rising, but this is for the new show called Legends. And this is called the Fire Knight mech, and I think that this set is amazing. For $120. It only has 2 minifigures, which I can justify because it's for a new show that's meant for an older audience. So I can justify that. But yeah, I think this is an amazing mech. We get Kai, where they call him the Master of Fire. They don't call him Kai. And then we get a random fisherman. I don't know what his role is in this show. Honestly, I think they would have been better off just not giving him that character. I don't think he'll even do anything in the show. But I don't know. The trailer just came out for it a couple days ago. But yeah, these are the different images you get. This is what it looks like on the back of the box. I think it looks amazing. I think this is an amazing mech. So, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. We even get a cape on the back. Now, there is another set. Unfortunately, for some reason, Lego just did not post it. They just did not add it on here, but it's like a Lloyd Guardian Dragon mech. Doesn't come with Lloyd, but it comes with Wu. Now, when the sets were leaked, it was said that Lloyd and Wu would both be in the set. But now that the set is officially not released, but now that the images are officially released, it's only Wu that's going to be in this set. So they're taking away minifigures, which which normally I'd be super upset about. I mean, I am still upset about it, but this is sets for the older audience, so. But even that, like, I don't know. I mean, it's a green dragon. Why would they not include Lloyd? Even though it may not necessarily be Lloyd's dragon, I don't think it will be. But, you know, it's whatever at this point. But yeah, this set only has 996 pieces. Close enough to 1,000, but I don't think it should cost $110. I could probably justify putting it at $100 just because of the price-to-part ratio. But the price-to-part ratio has been very, very bad with Lego lately. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. I don't really have anything else to say about it, but now this will be in a future video that I'm doing, because I will be ranking the sets, but I'd say overall, probably my favorite set of this, I would want to give it to Lloyd's Jet Mech, but it's between the Lloyd's Jet Mech and the Mech Dragon Rider. Now, I do like the Mech Dragon Rider, it's just the minifigures aren't really worth it. It should not cost $75 for like 500 pieces. But I think it will probably go to the Lloyd's Jet Mech. And I don't even know why I like it. I just like the mech form. I like this set. But, yeah, 5 figures for $10. Lego is just, like, keep removing minifigures. I think we should have got 6 or 7 minifigures. But, you know, we can't really change that. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was a pretty long video, because I wanted to give my full thoughts and opinions about it. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one.